Hello again, welcome back to Illegally Cited. This is BGFH and I'm back for another iOS game video this time. Recording this on Christmas Eve actually right now. And originally I was going to upload something I had already recorded, but when going through my Twitter feed this morning, I saw a interesting iOS game deal. So I figured, you know what, let's try this out, just because I'm genuinely curious about it. And so I thought, you know what, it's still on sale, so I actually think they did a really interesting, really good job with this port, and I figured do a quick video for you guys and give you something to watch over the holiday. So this time what I'm going to show you guys is the original Bioshock. And yes, I have it for PC. And yes, the PC version is definitely the better version. But I'm actually going to show you this on the iPad Air. And the reason I'm going to show it to you on the iPad Air is because I saw that it came out a few months ago now. And back then it was, I think it was like 10 or 15 bucks or something like that at the time. And I already own it on PC. I've already played it. It's a great game, by the way, any way you look at it. But this is a game that originally came out on the Xbox 360. Yeah, it's been several years ago, probably 2008 or so. So it's been, you know, several years. But just thinking, the Xbox 360 was the last generation of consoles. We have the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One, PS3, PS4. And now you're able to play, you know, yeah, it doesn't quite look as good as the PC or 360 version. But for being able to do it on an iPad, I'm actually kind of impressed. So let's just fire it up here. And hopefully our video will be fairly lag-free. Unreal Engine here. And we'll see how the sound is. I hope the sound isn't too loud. Hopefully we'll get it just right here for us. There we go. Got our main menu. Should go through our AirPlay here. But yeah, this is the original Bioshock. I showed you Bioshock Infinite probably last year at this point on the channel. I don't know. Time just flies. It's been a little while, but Bioshock Infinite, great game. I've seen it on sale during the Steam holiday sale. You will probably find this game actually on the Steam holiday sale too. I would, if I had to hazard a guess. So, definitely worth picking up there. But if you're wanting something on the go and just something kind of interesting, this is actually a pretty surprising port. So our main menu here, kind of readable. Some of the, you know, the effects in the background there are a little, can make it, you know, see there it's not too bad. But the text is a little small, at least on my tablet if I'm looking at it that way. On the screen it's actually, on the monitor it's not too bad. But, it's a little harder to read on the tablet, but it is, I can read it a little bit. We're going to go new game because I played this for a few minutes earlier, but I didn't get very far. I just wanted to check it out just to see what it was like. And I figured, you know, let's do this on the channel. So for difficulty settings we have, basically, I like how it described it. Are you new to shooters? Are you good at them? Are you an expert at them? You know, gives you a good idea. I'm not new to shooters, but I'm going to say I am because, mainly because of the touch screen. The touch controls. I would probably go medium if I was using an actual controller. And I think I want to say this may be one of those games, if you have a compatible controller that works with an iPad, it might work. But I don't think I have a controller that's compatible, so I'm not able to test that. Here we go.
They told me, son, you're special. You were born to do great things. You know what? They were right.
Bioshock. So this doesn't take place in Colombia. This is the original, so we're going to be taking place in the underwater city or underwater place that is Rapture, as we'll soon find out. If you guys have not played Bioshock 1, 2, or Infinite, highly recommend them. They're really, I mean, it's not just the regular shooter, they're really story-based. So definitely give them a shot. Okay, we are going to be playing now in just a second. Yep, here we go. Now I am actually playing. So it uses the, you use your right hand or your right thumb to look up and down, look left and right, whatever. And then you use your left hand. Now you notice that when I take my finger away, nothing is on the screen. One thing I like is how they do the analog stick. So wherever I touch the screen initially, that becomes my center point for my analog stick. So I don't have to worry about slipping my finger out of... Ooh, hey, how you doing? Slipping my finger out of the range or where it wants my analog stick to be. But I mean, yeah, it doesn't look as defined as you get something on the PC. You can tell the fire's a little less detailed. This, by the way, with the reflections and everything, this looks amazing. Really good, especially if you have a good, even a reasonable video card by today's standards. If you have a mid-level computer right now, you should be able to run Bioshock no problem. Okay. We're getting a little stutter. I'm not sure how much of that is the game and how much of that is the recording. Let's keep on moving here. And you can see our big old tower there. So we're crash landed. And even the reflection looks pretty good on the water there. Don't worry, we'll move faster once I get out of the water here. There we go. Now I'm watching the computer monitor. I'm actually trying to play this. It's a little bit of a disconnect because I can't really see where my fingers are. But okay, we're in the tower. Here you go. So if you've never played this game before, it's kind of one of those things like, okay, what the heck is going on here? Okay, we can go down these stairs here. I'm going to look at my tablet because it's just too crazy not looking at the screen. Mainly, I just want to make sure that the video is not too laggy. But we've got this, what do they call it? Bathysphere. Alright, so let's cruise on down. Ow! That would be a recording glitch. Just take a look at here. Again, just to think this is running on an iPad, running on a portable, 10-inch tablet that I'm holding in my hands. Back then you needed a supercomputer basically to play Doom. Now it's like, oh yeah, by the way, no problem. Okay, even though, we're just like, I have no idea, we landed, and there's this mysterious, convenient, tower pillar thing out in the middle of the ocean or whatever. Of course I want to enter it. And here we're going to get a little explanation of what is going on. We'll set up a little bit of the background here. I think I have an idea. When I did play around with this earlier, I had an idea of how long I wanted to play this and how long I'll record for you. Get to a certain point and then cut it off for you guys.
I am Andrew Ryan, and I'm here to ask you a question.
Looks a little
Is
washed
a
out.
man not entitled to the sweat of his brow? No, says the man in Washington, it belongs to the poor. No, says the man in the Vatican, it belongs to God. No, says the man in Moscow, it belongs to everyone. I reject those answers. Instead, I chose something different. I chose the impossible. I chose rapture. City where the artist would not fear the sentence, where the scientist would not be bound by petty morality, where the great would not be constrained by the small. And with the sweat of your brow, rapture can
Come
be
on,
our
don't you
city
dare lag on
as
me.
well.
Come on. Catch up. There, you kind of had to iron out again. Sorry about that, guys. You may have missed a little bit of the... fly through there. Yeah, it doesn't look as washed out on my tablet. Part of it is the recording, so keep in mind that if you were to play this on the tablet, it will look a little better. Now, you are not going to be able to play this on the phone right now. This is a tablet-only app. Another difference I would say, definitely, as far as the PC and the consoles versus this tablet version of Bioshock, as you're seeing right now, the loading times can be a wee bit on the long side. Thankfully, when you get into a level, it seems to play pretty much fine, but the load times can be a little iffy. We're still in our nice little snug bathysphere here. And welcome to Rapture, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings to you too, buddy.
Is it someone new?
Alright, enough of that nonsense. Okay, now I'm in control again. I could look around a little bit, but now I can actually move. So it kind of locked me down for a little bit there. So I just tapped there.
I don't know how you survived that plane crash, but I've never been one to question Providence. I'm Atlas, and I aim to keep you alive. Now keep on moving. We're gonna have to get you to higher ground.
All right.
And step out of the bathysphere. I won't leave you twisting in the wind.
Sure. Whatever you say, crazy Irish guy that saved me,
We're gonna need to
apparently.
draw out of hiding, but you're gonna have to trust me.
Am I now? Okay, so now audio is popping a little bit. Again, I apologize. As far as I know, there's nothing I can do about that. I wish there were. but hopefully it doesn't get too bad. Looking around down here, so we're kind of on the edge of rapture here. Atmosphere-wise, you know, like I said, story and especially atmosphere. The Bioshock games, if you've watched my Bioshock Infinite video a while back, it is definitely... Oof, quit it. Quit popping. These guys, they set up really good atmosphere, and it's worth playing almost just for some of that. Okay, attention. All bathysphere travel is now denied. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? A little on the dark side. The brightness is a little dark, even on my tablet here.
Just a bit further. How do you like that, mister?
Yes, you can control those later on.
Now, would you kindly find a crowbar or something? Bloody splicer. Seal Johnny in before they... Goddamn splicers.
Okay. Now this was a little... It was a little hard for me to see the first time when I was playing with this earlier. I didn't even see the crowbar, but... Okay, pick that up. Now we've got a couple virtual buttons that are just sitting there. So if I use this kind of button down there, that one will let me melee attack. Or use my gun if I had a gun, depending on what weapon I had out. Break that. Got a crawl, so now above where my virtual analog stick would be, there's a little button there. That's my toggle crouch. So...
The money.
Oh yeah, forgot about... Ow, 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 fire burning. Ow, ow, get the hell. I forgot about that. Ow. Get. Oh, where? Oh, Christ.
I found her that way. Yeah, you know what? I was just kidding.
And killed my first guy. Alright. What I was gonna say, and there's my little icon there, so just like, again, if you remember from Infinite, very kind of similar, you know, you loot corpses, you loot garbage cans, anything that's not nailed down, pick it up, you know, look in every little drawer, loot away, because, you know, you get supplies. But what I was starting to say was that, this game actually has pretty decent virtual controls. Like, you know, I've said before that I don't care for games that shoehorn in console-style gameplay, and under ordinary pricing, I would not have bought this game. So I can't get in this door. I know exactly why. I'll show you that in a minute. But Bioshock is just one of those games I really like, and I was morbidly curious just to see from my own eyes. And I've heard that the virtual controls, unlike some other games, are not terrible. So I had to kind of check it out for myself. Loot. Must loot more. Okay. We're going to go up these stairs over here. Oh, wait, we gotta... I'm not sure how to get... To me, there should be, like, options menu or something. If I touch up here, in the upper right, I get these, where I can choose my weapons when I get them. The bottom area, you're going to see very shortly what I'm going to get. And then in the lower right, I hit that and to go back. But, so what they're doing is you hear that little girl talking. Splicers. Basically, in this underground society... what I was going to say first, really quickly, is that with the virtual controls, I wish there was a way, I can't figure out how to get in any settings menu, but if I could maybe adjust the look sensitivity or the movement sensitivity a little bit, I think that could potentially be rather helpful. Let me go loot this over here. But what that girl was talking about is like in, I forgot what they called them in Infinite. Can't remember now. But originally these were called plasmids. And traditional video game logic just amuses the hell out of me. So I'm this character who has this plane crash. I go in this ginormous tower in the middle of a flaming ocean. And what do I find? I find crazy people, little flying turret things, and I find this big old, watch this, so I find this needle, syringe, and video game logic being what it is, of course I will stab myself, not knowing anything. Why wouldn't I? Their logic. Hold on.
And everything will be fine.
Ow. Get a little more story here.
Little fish looks like he just had his cherry popped.
Lagging for a little bit there.
Still got some Adam on him. Weak! You're a weak chopper. This little fish ain't worth towing it with no big daddy. Yellow always had been. You'll be no better off with metal daddy, little fish. See you floating from my
Again, there's the big daddy. And I'll try to show you those a little bit better in a few minutes. I'll wrap up the video by showing you one of those guys.
Look, Mr. Bubbles, it's an angel.
So you've got the big daddy and the little
I can
sister.
see light coming from his belly.
I'll explain that in a
Wait a
minute.
minute. He's still breathing. It's all right. I know he'll be an angel soon.
Yeah, alrighty. Crazy, weird demon girl thing. So, what I was saying before I grabbed that plasmid.
First time plasmid's a real kick from a mule. But there's nothing like a fistful of lightning now, is there?
Alright. But basically, so Rapture, basically what Andrew Ryan is doing is he wanted a place where he could basically make his own society. You know, it's like, oh, well, we're better. You know, we're the better people, and we're gonna do things our own way, and yada yada, whatever. And as part of that, they experimented with these scientific things, these plasmids. And you heard those splicers that found me passed out. They were talking about Adam. And that's this kind of resource that a lot of this stuff goes on, as you'll figure out later in the story, so I'm not going to give too much away. But basically, a large part of this game is you have the big daddy, little sister combo. You're pretty much always going to see those two types of characters together. You have the little sister who harvests Adam, and you have the big daddy as the protector for the little sisters. And that's kind of how that stuff works. So, you know, and again, when you go look back at the Bioshock Infinite, when I did that later, you know, they kind of had something similar there with the, what they call it, the handyman. So remember this door that was all shorted out earlier? Now I have another button I can use. I can shoot lightning. How cool is that? I can use that as a weapon, and I can use it in puzzles too. Now this part looks not as good on the tablet. Still quite good though. Pretty impressive for, again, for what it is. But on a good PC, all these water effects and stuff looks really cool. And look at that. I mean, that's still pushing some pretty serious polygons there. Let's get around all this rubble here if I can. Again, I'm having a little bit of trouble with like some of the analog stick stuff. Let's see, how in the hell do I get around? Oh, okay, I see. I think. Okay. A little bit of trouble with the controls here. I want to get past this part. Yes, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. We'll get this. Boom. So again, one of the really unfortunate parts about Bioshock, and why I like Infinite, was that you got to see, you know, right now we're seeing Rapture as it's kind of going to crap. Your underwater haven is not looking so hot these days. And I like the fact that at least I got to see a little bit of that in Columbia, in Bioshock Infinite. Alright, get out of this water area here. So I would like to get a little bit further. Now these, the way lives work in this, especially on the iPad, this is going to be nice, because deaths really don't matter a whole lot in Bioshock. You can kind of brute force your way through the game. Like if you keep dying, have to fight a big daddy or a bunch of enemies, you die, you respawn in these, your body kind of gets recreated in these like little chamber things. I forget what they call them. But we're going to loot that. Thank you very much. But yeah. So that's where you respawn. And if I remember right, even if you're fighting like a big daddy or something, your you know, you keep, or they'll have the same health and everything. So it's not, like I said, you, especially with these types of virtual controls, I can see that being a bit easier and more forgiving, because you know, I can get around okay. You know, my movement is definitely a little clunky, but when fighting, okay, I was gonna plasmid you, but I will just kill you instead. Thank you kindly. Would you kindly give me your stuff?
Who's there?
Hey, how you...
Don't fucking...
Oh! Don't we got a potty mouth, buddy? Alright. Kill you and loot you too, buddy. There you go. Again, this is on really easy, so... because I didn't want to embarrass myself and do bad and struggle with the controls. I'm not going to go too much further here, but I'm going to let him come to me. Hi, flame guy. I was going to shoot you. I was going to give you the lightning fire combo. Oh well. Okay. I'm not going to go too much further, but kind of have an idea where I want to leave off. I'm going to skip some of the looting and that just to move things along, because like I said, recording these iOS videos, they're going to be big. So I definitely want to keep things moving here. But yeah, I can see fighting later on kind of being a royal pain, you know. I find the melee stuff okay, but once I get a gun, I find that to be a little more tricky, just aiming and then hitting the right part of the screen and not...
I need to get them out of here, but the splicers have cut me off from them. If you can reach them in Neptune's bounty, then maybe, just maybe... I know you must feel like the unluckiest man in the world right now, but you're the only hope I'll ever see my wife and child again. Go to Neptune's bounty. Find my family, please.
Alright, new objective. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to point out too, I don't know if this is on the higher difficulty levels. I don't even remember if this was in the original game. But you see that arrow in the upper middle of my screen, so it kind of gives you at least a, for your current waypoint or your current objective. I'm gonna crouch here.
Wait. This is happening before and none.
So here we're gonna kind of
Why
get some
aren't you
crazy
here?
atmosphere about these people that are
Why is
jacked
it
up on
today
Adam
and not then,
and losing it.
warm and sweet? Why can't Mommy hold you to her breast and feel your teeth? Oh, no. No.
Quit popping.
No.
Sorry, lady. That really sucks, I know. But I'm gonna put you out of your misery, okay? Is that okay with you? Okay? Is it okay if I shoot you with lightning? Yeah.
Plasma's changed
She
everything.
was gonna...
They destroyed our bodies, our minds. We couldn't handle it. Best friends butchering one another. Babies strangled in cribs. The whole city went to hell.
And yeah, like I said, you learn a lot more about that as the game goes on. And I had to come this way, and she would have attacked me had I not just preemptively zolted her. But one thing I will say, they do a really good job in the beginning, and this is kind of true with Infinite. You think they would have learned. They did a little better, but they did a lot of, if you go slow and you listen to some of the characters in the environment, you kind of, pick up on, the way things are and just how crazy things have gotten. But they kind of don't do that as much later in the game. I think to the game's detriment a little bit. Okay, we're gonna go a little forward here. Lover spat there. Okay, we'll grab that. Okay, now those, see those things there? Those are where little sisters come out. Oh, I thought somebody was after me. But that's where the little sisters come out of. So the big daddy will take them out of there and put them in there. Those will come into play a lot more later. Now, what side are you in? I know there's a little bastard in here somewhere. Oh, yeah. Yeah, see a little bit of ghost memories there. Oh, a new toy. That's one of those, almost like one of those voxophones. Let's see.
Hey, Brenda, you care to tell me why you've had a hole in the wall the size of Plymouth Rock coming out of your crapper going on 3 weeks now? Nah, I ain't saying I'm Shakespeare. I'm trying to run a respectable theater. I got working folk coming in from Port Neptune trying to catch a little diversion. And all I can think about is the stink coming out of your shitter. Get it fixed.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, about that hole right there. That's where we actually need to go.
Careful now. Would you kindly lower that weapon for a minute?
Would you kindly? That's gonna come into play.
You think that's a child down there? Don't be fooled. She's a little sister now. Somebody went and turned a sweet baby girl into a monster. Whatever you thought about right and wrong on the surface,
There's a little sister.
well, that don't count for much down in Rapture. Those little sisters, they carry Adam, the genetic material that keeps the wheels of Rapture turning. Everybody wants it, everybody needs it.
So there's kind of your little more explanation about Adam. I'm going to try to get down for a good view here. Come on. Yeah, look at this. So you're harvesting a... Oh, crap. Can't get a good angle. She's harvesting it from a body. and ingesting it. Oh man, I don't think I'm gonna get down there in time. Yeah, I'm trying to hurry, and now my controls are. Okay. I'm sorry, guy. Okay. Yeah, so she was tearing into that guy down there. And I think we're going to leave it off here in just a moment. But first, enjoy this wonderful bit of brutality here. Uh-oh, you just pissed me off. Big Daddy's pissed. Boom.
That's the Big Daddy. She got it on him. He keeps her safe.
Yeah, what I said. Yeah, and there are different varieties of them, and you do get to fight them. Of course you do. So, yeah, introduce you to the little sisters, the Big Daddies proper. Yeah, the Big Daddies, they're nothing to mess around with. They're not your general little splicer. Alright, so... there we go. Shoot that off. Now I can actually get in here. So, I was going to leave off right here. I am going to try... I think it's in the next room. Okay, we got another spawner there. Yeah, okay, it's got to be to the right, I think, then. There was one room I was going to try to show you using my plasmid. Hey, lady. Ooh, you just got messed up. You charged me first. Okay. Nice Christmassy game here for you. Actually, I have not played through Bioshock 2. I played it a little bit briefly when it came out, but I never played it completely, and playing this actually makes me want to go back and play Bioshock 2. Uh-oh. Hey, buddy. Okay. You're toast. Okay. What I'm going to try, if I remember where it is, I'm going to try to do something really cool. So like I said, your plasmids can be used...
Hit him with the electrobolt.
Exactly. So what I'm going to do... Okay, let me crouch so that they don't hear me, because I'm trying to do this with sloppy controls here. Okay, so... give me more juice. Yeah, see, you can use it as a weapon. That's pretty cool. So there are things in the environment, you know, like you can use lightning with water, you can use fire with certain things, you know, there's different kinds of plasmids you get later on. But yeah, that's kind of a cool use of that. So, and you have to be careful, because if you're standing in the water, you're going to get jacked a little bit too. So, anyway. Yeah, that is Bioshock. It is available on pretty much every last-gen platform. PS3, 360... I think it was on PS3 anyway. I can't remember. I thought it eventually came there. 360 for sure, PC, and this is the iPad version. So, like I said, I could have shown you the, the PC version, as I do have that. But since I wanted to cover the game anyway, and I really was just curious on how this port was going to turn out, really had to try it. And the game is still on sale. If you guys do have an iPad and you are curious, that's why I'll upload this video pretty much right away after I make sure that the video quality recorded okay. And yeah, so you guys, if you watch this right away, you may be able to still get this on sale in the iPad App Store. Very cool game. I mean, really iconic setting, really cool kind of a story, little twist later on. The Big Daddy's little sisters are all, you know, they're kind of a cool, unique mechanic to a shooter. I remember when I got the original version of the game. I got this cool Big Daddy statue that I have somewhere. The thing is big. I mean, it's big and heavy, but really cool thing. It's the one with the drill arm on him. But maybe I'll show that in one of my Geek Loot spotlights that I haven't done in quite some time. I've been neglecting that lately. So that is Bioshock, the iPad version, and again, it's available on other stuff too. So hope you guys enjoyed it. And until next time, I will talk to you guys again